Welcome to Lucy Tutoring. I'm Scott, and this is Lucy. Real English, no textbooks, no classrooms. Today's lesson was produced in Taiwan's capital city of Taipei. Please listen to this recording while reading the lesson. Welcome to today's lesson. It's all coming right now from Lucy Language. Most of us, I'm talking about humans in general, don't need any encouragement to look the other way when somebody appears in need of help. That old man walking ahead. Maybe he's not even trying to get up. Maybe he slipped on purpose. Maybe it's a scam. It's a scam to sue us if we help him. So, do we help the old man? Sometimes we do, but sometimes we look the other way. We don't need incentives to look the other way when we see lawbreakers. A teenager is in the checkout line at 7-Eleven. He's about to pay for the can of Coke in his hand, but he's not going to pay for the 5 cans that are hidden in his backpack. When he thought nobody was looking, we saw him steal those cans. We could tell the store clerk, but it's easier to turn a blind eye. These 2 examples are enough to make my point, which I'll do now. Deciding to get involved, to help somebody, or to influence an outcome for the better is already a difficult option. Staying on the sidelines, not getting involved, minding our own business, these are usually the easier choices. If this gives you a twinge of guilt, that's fine. Just don't beat yourself up too much. Our indifference, often aversion to getting involved, is deeply rooted in human nature. It's called the bystander effect. You don't need to know the details now, but it's fascinating. So when you have the time, read about it. For now, just notice, we could help the old man, or not. And we could expose the Coke thief, or not, because our eyes were open and we saw the old man slip and we saw the teenager steal the Coke. Now, imagine a world where we don't need to decide whether to help. Yet, in this imaginary world, the need for helping and thwarting exist. And these actions are almost always praised as virtuous. It's a conflict. Here's the missing puzzle piece. The decision to get involved in situations that rouse our desire to help somebody who can't help themselves or to thwart a misdeed becomes unnecessary when we are unaware of the situation. It's truly that simple. And now, here is the secret you may have guessed. This is not an imaginary world. This is our world. Now. We are ever so busy with our devices. Phones, tablets, laptops, and so on. Our fingers are busily tapping keys, or busily flicking through endless, truly endless screens of social media garbage. Our minds are focused on those screens. And when this preoccupation happens in public, our fragile sense of duty to others, our delicate desire to get involved, never has an opportunity to be aroused. It was doomed before the old man slipped and before the teenager stole those cans of Coke. It was smashed when we allowed ourselves to drift into a relationship, a demanding relationship, with devices that don't leave much room for consideration for others. This relationship is concerned chiefly with our desire for personal pleasure. It's not just high-tech devices competing for our attention or our sense of public duty. Sipping coffee while walking in the park and reading books while riding the subway also make us inattentive. But smart devices have brought our preoccupation to an entirely new level. Our relationship with coffee and books is far less demanding than what the glowing screens require from us. In 2013, On a subway in San Francisco, a man pulled a gun from his pocket. The riders didn't notice. Every rider was holding a device. Every rider was giving 100% of their attention to that relationship. Nobody could decide to sound the alarm because nobody noticed the danger. The train stopped. 2 riders got off, the man with the gun and a 20-year-old college student. Moments later, the college student was dead. In my daily life, and yours, such dramatic violence as a shooting will probably never happen. But will we know if it does? The subway riders in San Francisco didn't look away from their screens. If we never take our eyes away from our screens, we won't know what's happening around us. We won't know when our brothers and sisters need a helping hand. And our brothers and sisters might not know when we need a helping hand. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the lesson. To purchase a copy of this lesson, including the audio recording, a PDF of the lesson, and answer key, send email to lucylanguage@icloud.com.
Lucy 语言家教